Okay. First off, these guys are once again blasting music literally right outside my apartment window. So if you hear music in the background, nothing really I can do about it. Sorry, it's life right now. Um. So yeah. I think I edited this out of the last vlog, but before I get to that, we're back to weekly vlogs for the month of July. This was the plan, and that is because of One Book July. So my One Book July weekly updates will be in these vlogs. I will attempt to put a timestamp if you just want to see the final flip throughs, which will probably happen at the end of each vlog. But I do want to show the process of me making new pages or spreads in my spiritual journal, which is the focus of, for me, for One Book July this year. Yeah. You guys have been seeing me do my hair a lot in vlogs, and I haven't really said anything. That's not like super weird, but I'm really bad about styling my hair regularly since I work from home and I have natural hair, so it takes more time, and I've gotten out of the habit since I work from home. So it's not a goal on my annual objectives or anything, but it is self-care, and I said why not since when I do these vlog updates. So yeah, One Book July is like the super focus. That'll be most of the montage stuff you see for the next 4 or 5 weekly vlogs. I also, I want to say at the end of the last vlog, which was a 2-week, about a weekly one, I said that I was going to hang out with friends in a park. It didn't happen. It was raining and it just didn't work out for us that weekend, so we haven't done it yet. 4th of July is coming up this weekend, so we might do it then. We'll see how crazy things get. They live in Manhattan, Upper Manhattan. I live in the South Bronx, so they're relatively close, but I'm not getting on the subway. So I would have to drive and somehow find parking. Anyway, this week is Sunday is also the full moon. I want to get up my quarterly review and my second spread review videos up, as well as the last bi-weekly vlog, all of which will be up by the time you're seeing this. But yeah, finish filing my taxes, maybe donate some books, because I found a website where you can put books in like a drop box thing, and so I might do that. I talked about moving my TV and radio, and it didn't happen. They're still over here. I want them over there on that shelf. I need to harvest my plants. I showed in my last vlog. They're growing, but they have a purpose. I want to use them, and so I need to work on that. In my quarterly review, those are the things. Reading update. Anyway, reading update. Today is the last day of June, so therefore the last day of the Olympic Games. Uh, Fingers crossed I can finish book one of Heaven Official's Blessing, and then I will have hit all of my prompts. However, I changed my book like 3 or 4 times in the last 2 days over the weekend, the other book that I need to read, and wound up deciding that a previous book that I read before I started would count for the other prompt that I still needed to do. I'll talk about that in my wrap up. But other than that, I read a romance novel because I've been really craving that. I had decided to read Changes instead of Full Moon by Jim Butcher, both from Dresden Files. But then the craving for romance got really strong, so I decided to read What Price Love by Stephanie Lawrence, a sister novel. It's a Regency historical romance series that I quite enjoy, and I was very happy to read that. Turned out to be a little bit more complex, but definitely what I needed. I wanted the love, I wanted the flirting, I wanted the sex. So yeah, we gonna move right into July now, guys. It's nap time. No, I'm joking. I just found out a couple of things. I found out one, New York City beaches open today. It was cloudy, kind of rained, and was only like mid 70s, so whatever. But I mean, I literally just found out it's about 8 p.m. So, I love the beach. It wasn't a huge announcement, but anyone paying attention to those kinds of things would know. Now, I have not been in any like public places beyond the local stores here in my neighborhood, so I don't know. And getting to my closest beach will take a lot. This is not California or Florida, um, where like the beach is right there. Uh, no, it takes a trek for most people, um, and then you can't just go in. Beaches are free, but you have to pay for parking, and if not, you have to take public transportation, and that's a lot. Not doing that. So yeah, but tomorrow it's gonna be 91 and no thunderstorms, which has been a thing that's been happening a lot. So maybe, I don't know. I have to take the car, drive over there, and I want to go early, like early, to be away from people, just in case it gets ridiculous. Um, all of that aside, other thing I found out is my favorite park, the Concrete Plant Park, which is about a 20 to 30-minute walk away from my house. It's along the Bronx River. I knew like it has a foodway. It's the only foodway in New York City. Like there's edible plants there. But I didn't realize that they were free and open for the taking by anyone who comes. And so, first of all, it's been a while since I've been to that park. Like I said, I have not left my neighborhood. I went once, I think, early May. But yeah, I haven't left my neighborhood again since that one trip. But yeah, so I might go over there at some point during this vlog or later vlogs and do some harvesting because it's July 1st. Lots of things blooming and lots of plants that I would use personally or in my products. So if not in this week, sometime this month in one of these vlogs. So yeah, and that information will pop up probably in my spiritual journal. So I just wanted to share my excitement before it got like super dark. And yeah, bye guys. I just wanted to give a quick reading update. Um, you'll get like the spiritual journaling stuff probably after this to finish out the vlog. But reading has not been going well. I got Assassin's Quest out from the library, I think Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. It's the ebook, and I was crying through the first two chapters. Like I was crying through the first chapter, and then I put it down for a day, and then I cried through the second chapter, and I put it down for several days. I picked it up yesterday, and it's not as emotionally taxing, but also kind of boring. Like it took me a while to get through chapters 3 and 4. I really in general feel very emotional. With all that's going on in the world, in astrology, and the heat, the trigger is very sensitive. Some anger, but a lot of just sadness. And I want comfort. And I want more romance novels. I'm concerned because these are library books. Like, I'm dependent on the library when it sends me stuff and when it's due back. So, I don't know. Oh no. But yeah. That's it. Thanks for joining my pity party. So we're finishing out this vlog. So I've been updating as we go along for the most part. One thing I forgot to mention as far as reading goes. So I did finish Heaven Official's Blessing Book 1, and in time I finished it like an hour before midnight on the 30th. So that means I completed all 7 of my prompts for the Olympic Games readathon. So yay me. It was after that, or during that time, I was struggling, and I think I've read like a chapter or 2 more of whatchamacallit, Assassin's Quest. I just having a hard time getting into it. I think I still want to read romance, so yeah. Just double checking. Yeah, no, still in chapter 3. So I didn't show it, though I did show me working on it, but here's my weekly spread of my bullet journal. The bullet journal is not the main focus of One Book July, but here's the spread. Really empty. Didn't really do much for the 4th of July. It's not a holiday that we really do much for anyway. And this year it seemed especially unnecessary. So yeah, but I did, as you saw at the towards the end of this vlog, meet up with my friends Sunday evening. We went to for.I Park with their dog Pan, and off in the distance we saw a large group. There had to be at least 50 people, if not more. I feel like I'm underestimating the 50, but yeah. So not judging. I did file more taxes, not finished yet. I still got more to go. I found out that for the state corporate taxes, I have to print them out. The forms they have are not fill-outable, like fillable PDFs. I have to print them out and then write in them. So that was that. But hopefully things go a little bit more smoother because the countdown, we're getting really close. So the vlog 33 is up. The spread review is up. The second spread review for the future, a 3-card spread. That is up. The quarterly review is not up, but I did film it. I filmed it Sunday or Saturday, I don't remember. But yeah, did not donate books, didn't get to harvest the plants or move my TV and radio, but I did do my quarterly review and spiritual journaling. So that's the one book July update. Next week should be better, but so the thing is, I realized, did I bring it? No, I didn't. Hold on. So I have this post-it note that I made as over the course of the beginning of the week, like ideas for specific spreads or pages, things that I wanted to work on. And I realized I have my divination journal. If you watch my plan with me, is I like set up the cards and omens for a specific month, and in my monthly review videos I go over, you know, how I filled those in, but also other things that I've created. And I realized that the astrological spreads that I had been doing should go in here. And then I wasn't sure because this paper it's not good for water-based products, and that's mostly what I have because I like those better. But yeah, it worked out okay. So like Saturday night and Sunday night, I finally like got down to it, and I made a spread here for a full moon in Capricorn, and that's what you saw me doing. So a little collaging, some drawing, painting, and a lot of note taking. This is the spread. And for these, I just like to put the title on the top. On the first half of the spread, I put like pertinent information. So here, stuff about Capricorn because it was full moon in Capricorn. The fact that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn and what Saturn influences here, and then the full moon, it's a buck moon, the fact that it was a what do you call it, lunar eclipse, a penumbral lunar eclipse, and just some other like basic facts, like what other planets are in what area astrologically, and then how it affects me, what since it's a full moon, what I would like to release during this time, and that kind of thing here. So the second page is more usually focused on me personally, how this astrological event shows up in my natal chart, how it affects me, and what sort of magic, if I want to, or ritual would go well, or just intentions or release that would work well for me at this time. So yeah, and if I did a ritual, I think I talked about my coven was supposed to do a full moon ritual, speaking of, and we didn't do it for personal reasons, like my other members' personal reasons. So yeah, that is this week. Next week, I promise for One Book Julyers, there will be more journaling stuff. Like I've got this whole list already, and I've only crossed off one thing. Some astrological stuff, some herbal grimoire stuff, some recipe things. So I've already got like 2 things I'll probably start working on immediately. Thank you so much for watching. How are you guys doing with One Book July and your lives? How is it going? I'll see you guys in the next video. Like this if you liked it. Subscribe if you want updates for when my next video comes out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.